You're watching NBC4, working for you.
WCMH-TV, Columbus, Ohio. From Columbus, Ohio's leading news station, this is Newswatch 4, the 11 o'clock report. Live from the News Center with Hugh DeMoss, Leon Bibb, Jerry Razor, Jimmy Crum, and the award-winning Channel 4 news team. WCMH-TV, Columbus, Ohio. Newswatch 4 with Terry Jessup and Michelle Galian, Lori Kapp with the weather, and Ron Allen on sports. Now, Newswatch 4.
Good evening.
WCMH Television, Channel 4, Columbus, Ohio. Newswatch 4 Columbus is next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Doug Adair. President Reagan is on his way back to Washington at this hour.
Doug and Mona, Jimmy and Jim are on WCMH Television, Columbus, Ohio. Newswatch 4 Columbus is next.
Good evening, everyone. No limit to what the Limited is doing in Columbus and for Columbus.
Mona, Jimmy and Jim are on WCMH Television, Columbus, Ohio. Newswatch 4 Columbus is next.
Good evening, everyone. Columbus has made the list of stressful cities to live in.
You're watching Newswatch 4 Columbus. Anchoring the news, Doug Adair. Sports reported by the Dean of Central Ohio Sportscasters, Jimmy Crum. And today's exclusive weather forecast, prepared by meteorologist Jim Ganol. We'll have more Newswatch 4 Columbus coming up. You're watching Newswatch 4 Columbus. Anchoring the news, Doug Adair and Mona Scott. Sports reported by the Dean of Central Ohio Sportscasters, Jimmy Crum. And today's exclusive weather forecast, prepared by meteorologist Jim Ganol. We'll have more Newswatch 4 Columbus coming up.
This is Newswatch 4 Columbus. Doug Adair and Mona Scott have today's news for you. The sports is reported by the Dean of Central Ohio Sportscasters, Jimmy Crum. And your exclusive weather forecast is prepared by meteorologist Jim Ganol. Newswatch 4 Columbus will continue after these messages.
Is Newswatch 4 with Mona Scott, Tom Campbell, meteorologist Ben Gelbert, and Brett Atkins.
You are watching WCMH-TV, Columbus, Ohio. This is Newswatch 4 with Doug Adair, Mona Scott, Angela Pace, meteorologist Jim Ganol, and the Dean of Central Ohio Sportscasters, Jimmy Crum.
Good evening, everyone. For all anyone seems to know, 27-year-old Benita.
This is Newswatch 4 at sunrise, Central Ohio's news leader, with Tom Campbell and meteorologist Brett Atkins.
Well, good morning. This is Thursday, February the 28th, the last day of this short month.
This is WCMH-TV, Columbus, Ohio. And this is Newswatch 4, Central Ohio's news leader, with Doug Adair, Angela Pace, meteorologist Jim Ganol, and Jimmy Crum, the Dean of Central Ohio Sports.
Good evening, everyone. Ohio State won't win the National Basketball Championship.
This is News 4 at 6 from the News Channel in Central Ohio.
Good evening, everyone.
You're watching WCMH-4 Columbus. This is News 4 at 11 from the News Channel in Central Ohio.
Good evening, everyone. The poet Robert Service wrote that the Northern Lights have seen queer sights, but if those lights could have seen all of the phone callers tonight.
You're watching WCMH-4 Columbus. This is News 4 live at 5 from the News Channel in Central Ohio.
Good afternoon. Here we go again. Warnings of another airstrike against Iraq.
You're watching WCMH-4 Columbus. This is News 4 at 7 from the News Channel in Central Ohio.
As U.S. troops return to Kuwait, another ultimatum has been delivered to Saddam Hussein. Will the Allies return to the attack?
A decision waits in the wings. Good evening. We'll have more on the Persian Gulf in just a minute.
You're watching WCMH-4 Columbus. This is News 4 Weekend from the News Channel in Central Ohio.
Good morning. A few seconds of screaming, then it was...
The News Channel has been working for Columbus all day to bring you this edition of News 4 live at 5:30.
We're forced inside tonight by the weather, but we're having fun inside our studios.
Live from WCMH-4 Columbus, you're watching News 4 at 6 from News 4, the News Channel.
I did not, could not, and would not have committed this crime.
Live from NBC4 Columbus, you're watching Live at 5.
Swollen rivers and streams have left parts of central Ohio underwater tonight.
Live from NBC4 Columbus, you're watching News 4 at 11.
Near record flooding in Indiana tonight.
Live from NBC4 Columbus, you're watching the weekend edition of News 4 at 11.
The witnesses were children, and what they saw was the most brutal sort of crime.
A mother and daughter were killed right before their eyes, and the murderer is still at large tonight. That's our lead story.
I'm not going to be coming back.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
From NBC4 Columbus, this is News Channel 4 Today.
A body is found in a Columbus neighborhood, and now nervous residents.
From NBC4 Columbus, this is News Channel 4 at 11.
The damage is extensive tonight down.
Where news comes first, this is News Channel 4 at 11. With Holly Hollingsworth, Andre Moreau, forewarned Storm Team meteorologist Ben Gelber with weather, and Dave Metzold on sports.
Live from the NBC4 studios in Columbus, this is News Channel 4 at 5. Live from the NBC4 studios in Columbus, this is News Channel 4 at 11.
Slick roads this morning made driving difficult. Should we expect another round of wintry weather tomorrow morning?
You're watching News Channel 4 Today with Anitra Hemper, Mike Hedrick, and forewarned meteorologist Bob Nunnally. This is News Channel 4 Today, working for you. Live from the NBC4 studios in Central Ohio, this is News Channel 4 at 5.
Saturday night's Buckeye victory celebration turned into a riot near the campus by early Sunday morning.
You're watching News Channel 4 at 5 with Gail Hogan, Mike Jackson, forewarned Chief Meteorologist Jim Ganol. This is News Channel 4 at 5, where news comes first. Live from the NBC4 studios in Central Ohio, this is News Channel 4 at 5:30.
It was a scene carried across the nation.
You're watching News Channel 4 at 5:30 with Holly Hollingsworth, Cabot Ray, forewarned Chief Meteorologist Jim Ganol. This is News Channel 4 at 5:30, where news comes first. Live from the NBC4 studios in Central Ohio, this is News Channel 4 at 6, voted the best news operation in Ohio.
You're watching NBC4 Today with Anitra Hamper, Mike Valfredo, and forewarned Storm Team meteorologist Bob Nunnally. NBC4 Today, working for you.
Starts now.
24 hours have passed since a gunman opened fire at Alrosa Villa.
But fans, friends, and family are just now starting to deal with their sudden and shocking loss. The gunman, identified by police as 25-year-old Nathan Gale.
This is a Decision 2005 update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Colleen Marshall. Polls are closed now for the May primary election. Very early results have the vote to amend the smoking ban in Columbus failing.
Live from the NBC4 studios, this is NBC4 at 5, working for you.
And she was a very sweet girl.
From the NBC4 studios, this is NBC4 at 11, working for you. Live from the NBC4 studios, this is NBC4 Midday, working for you. Live from the NBC4 studios, this is NBC4 at 6, working for you. Live from the NBC4 studios in high definition, this is NBC4 Midday, where accuracy matters.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Mike Jackson. Thanks so much for joining us.
Live from NBC4 on the Square and broadcasting in high definition, this is NBC4 Midday. Live from the NBC4 studios in high definition, this is NBC4 Midday, where accuracy matters. Live from NBC4 on the Square, broadcasting in high definition, this is First at 4. Now on NBC4.
Does Central Ohio have a shortage of fire trucks and medics? NBC4 investigates whether your safety is at risk.
Changes to your commute. Which major highways are closing down this weekend?
Would you pay more for downtown parking to support a streetcar in Columbus? We'll tell you how much it will cost. NBC4 at 5 starts right now.
Live from the NBC4 studios in high definition, this is NBC4 at 5.
Good evening, everyone. Mayor Coleman calls streetcars the wave of the future.
Live from the NBC4 studios in high definition, this is NBC4 at 5, where accuracy matters. Live from the NBC4 studios in high definition, this is NBC4 at 5, where accuracy matters. Live from the NBC4 studios in high definition, this is NBC4 at 6. Live from the NBC4 studios in high definition, this is NBC4 at 6. Live from the NBC4 studios in high definition, this is NBC4 at 6, where accuracy matters.
For the first time, a worldwide thrift store and treatment center hybrid is putting down roots in the Midwest.
Bucking the jobs trend, Columbus manufacturers are actually hiring. Nationally, the jobless rate went up to 8.2% in May.
We are working tonight on several developing stories: a fatal plane crash, a fatal accident, and a police shooting.
A local business owner says he's held his end of the bargain, so why could his restaurant soon be forced to shut down?
Best case is 5 feet of water and it goes away. Worst case is my house is gone.
With a massive hurricane bearing down on the East Coast, homeowners are heading out. See how Hurricane Irene is affecting Central Ohio already. NBC 4 at 11 starts right now.
Thanks for joining me today. I'm Robin Haynes.
Live from NBC4 Columbus, this is NBC4 Today, here for you.
You're waking up with temperatures in the low 60s.
Now, live from NBC4 Columbus, this is NBC4 Today, here for you. Live from NBC4 Columbus, this is NBC4 at 5, here for you. Live from NBC4 Columbus, this is NBC4 at 5:30, here for you.
I'm over here.
Why did you call the police on me?
Live from NBC4 Columbus, this is NBC4 at 5:30. Here for you.
The 6-month grace period for Ohio's new ban on...
Live from NBC4 Columbus, this is NBC4 at 11. Here for you.
Unsaintly behavior on All Hallows Eve.
Live from NBC4 Columbus, this is NBC4 News. Here for you.
New today, 3 people are in police custody after a report of a robbery.
Breaking news from NBC4.
And we begin with breaking news. Good evening, I'm Dwayne Pullman. Candace has the night off.
Now, NBC4 at 6.
Breaking news tonight out of Kansas City, where a police officer was shot and killed.
And by the way, we are going to win the state of Ohio.
Trump makes big promises with another surprise appearance tonight for the crowd at the Republican National Convention in Cleveland. Plus, a show of force as police face protesters outside the RNC. We followed the demonstrators as they moved out of Public Square and took their message to the streets.
Now, NBC4 at 11.
It is day 2 of the GOP convention in Cleveland, and now it is official.
Now at 6, trick or treat. We are helping you get ready for Halloween with ways to make sure that your children are safe as they go door to door.
We're hoping to fill the stadium so that we can show everybody that we mean business and we're here to support our team.
Well, us fans of Career SC fired up for the team's playoff match tonight. It's their chance to show why the club should stay right here in Columbus.
And a judge once again backing the NFL's decision to suspend Ezekiel Elliott. We've got an update on the back and forth between the league and the star running back. NBC4 Today starts right now.
Someone has enjoyed this music way too much.
I'm loving it.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Halloween. Thank you for waking up with NBC4 Today.
Good morning, Central Ohio. Thank you so much for waking up with NBC4 Today. I'm Monica Day.
And I'm Matt Barnes. Good to have you with us.
Good morning, Central Ohio. Thanks for waking up with NBC4 Today. I'm Matt.
Local for you. NBC4 Today starts now.
Good morning to you, Central Ohio. So glad that you are starting out this day right here with us.
Good morning, I'm Matt Barnes. Hope you're having a good Tuesday, everybody. Thank you.
From the station that is local for you, First at 4 starts now.
Roads this morning a mess with up to 6 inches of snow falling across Columbus.
From the station that is local for you, NBC4 at 5 starts now.
Tonight, we're getting a first look at the charges in the ongoing.
From the station that is local for you, NBC4 at 6 starts now.
A day after Hurricane Michael ripped through the Florida Panhandle as a Category 4 hurricane.
From the station that is local for you, NBC4 at 7 starts now.
An intense battle over the border and the budget continues right now.
From the station that is local for you,
NBC4 at 11 starts now.
Say goodbye to that spring-like weather.
Now, breaking news from NBC4.
A mask mandate just went into effect for everyone who heads out in public. And Franklin County, if you do not have a face covering, you could face charges. It's all in an effort to fight the spread of COVID-19. Good evening to you, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Kerry Charles.
And I'm Darlene Hill. Colleen is off tonight.
Clearly, it's a great day for Buckeye Nation.
Now at 6, Buckeye football is back. The protocols the Big Ten has in place to slow the spread of COVID-19.
Coming up, the return of football might mean more patrons inside of bars, while students say they're not worried about overcrowding.
Plus, Westerville police recover human remains from a wooded area, why the police chief is asking for patience from the community.
Local for you. NBC4 Today starts now.
Good morning. Thank you for waking up with NBC4 Today. I'm Audrey Hassan, filling in for Matt Barnes.
Local for you. NBC4 Midday starts now.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us for NBC4 Midday. I'm Audrey Hassan.
Local for you. First at 4 starts now.
One day after his announcement of a statewide curfew, Governor Mike DeWine making several stops around the state, including right here in Central Ohio.
Local for you. First at 4 continues now.
Just a day after the governor announced a statewide curfew for Ohio.
This is NBC4 at 5.
Local for you. NBC4 at 5 starts now.
Well, over the weekend, Big Ten presidents discussed new medical protocols as league leaders continue to debate whether football or any other sports should be played this fall.
Local for you. NBC4 at 5:30 starts now.
All right, the governor spent the day crisscrossing the Buckeye State, talking to reporters and residents about a statewide curfew to help curb the spread of the coronavirus. Now he's responding to those who think it goes too far and not far enough.
Local for you. NBC4 at 6 starts now.
This is very exciting, man. It gives us something to do, and it pulls our city together.
Local for you. NBC4 at 7 starts now.
Ohio State survives a nervous afternoon.
Local for you. NBC4 at 11 starts now.
I'm personally feeling pretty strapped.
Columbus and Franklin County Metro Parks announced their own mask requirement, saying this step is to protect the health and well-being of visitors and staff members. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us at 11. I'm Colleen Marshall.
I'll tell you, I'm Kerry Charles.
Now, breaking news from NBC4.
Thick plumes of smoke over parts of Columbus from a 2-alarm fire.
You're watching NBC4 Columbus.